Coming up on SUTV News, Shippensburg women take back the night.
And student senate elections are heating up.
All that and more coming up right now.
Thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Avery Quinn.
And I'm Holly Hare. A group of students is making it easier and more fun to help in the fight against cancer.
Tomorrow evening, this room will be full of students working and walking together to fight cancer. Relay for Life is hosted by Colleges Against Cancer.
Relay for Life is a 12-hour walkathon that we have in the rec center on campus where we have food and games, and it's just a big fun night to raise funds.
Teams and individuals will walk for 12 hours from 6 o'clock on Friday evening until 6 o'clock Saturday morning. The money raised goes to the American Cancer Society.
Our goal for this event is to raise over $50,000.
The money goes to research into a cure for cancer, to free housing for cancer patients and their caregivers. If you want to sign up or donate, go to the Relay for Life website.
We've had a bunch of different events on campus. So we've had, just recently, a couple weeks ago, we had a 3v3 basketball tournament. We had a St. Patrick's Day 5K. We've had the Colors of Hope run in the fall. We have a whole bunch of different fundraisers that we've been doing as a club.
So far, Shippensburg University has raised $22,979. For SUTV News, I'm Eric Davies.
The top donors as well as teams will be featured on the front page of the event. April is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the Women's Center isn't wasting any time to show their support for victims. Julie Ratcliffe has the story.
The t-shirts hanging around the Cub this week may seem insignificant, but they mean more than the cotton they're made of and the yarn they hang on. These t-shirts tell the story of local victims of domestic violence.
They show little snippets of what happened. For instance, one says, "I was 5 when it happened to me," and those are the ones that are impactful.
Every year, Shippensburg University's Women's Center teams up with Wilson College and Women in Need for the Clothesline Project in hopes of healing wounds.
It shows a physical representation of violence because in a lot of cases, violence is internal. After it happens, it just stays with the person.
The Clotheslines Project effectiveness lies in its subtlety.
It's passive, so you can walk by and you can see it for a whole week, rather than going to an event for a couple hours and seeing one little thing.
The Clothesline Project was started during the 90s in Massachusetts, but is now a nationally recognized movement. For SUTV News, I'm Julie Ratcliffe.
If you haven't seen the clotheslines, they are still hanging in the Cub. If you or anyone you know is affected by domestic violence, please call the National Domestic Hotline at 1-800-799-7233.
Voting for student senate elections started this week. Senate candidates may have sent you an email. Representatives play an important part on how your money is spent.
A lot of people don't realize what Senate does and how connected we are with the students. We actually decide where the money that you're spending goes. I plan to communicate with the students. I want to actually be a person that's in between the dean and the students of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Students can vote until tonight at midnight. A Hersh Krishna's monk Unique's paintings found their way to small town Shippensburg. Julia Wiegand got a look at the cultural experience.
And as I understand it, he started doing little illustrations and doodling from a very early age.
H.I. Gates, one of Satsvarupa's disciples since 2002, admires his art enough to own some.
About 25 years ago, he began doing paintings, and he got carried away doing spiritual paintings, which he did. A lot of the ones in the show here were done when he was living in Ireland.
Although Satsvarupa is not well known in Shippensburg, the town's getting a taste of the movement through his paintings now. Shape Gallery is exhibiting the art of Satsvarupa, a Hare Krishna monk. He embraces his own abstract interpretations of traditional Hare Krishna art, rejecting realistic portraits of gods, saints, and demons. His art will be at Shape Gallery until April 28th. For SUTV News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Shape Gallery is open Wednesday through Friday from 4 to 7 and Saturday from 11 to 4. Find additional information on Satsvarupa and Hare Krishna movement on our website, #ArtOfSatsvarupa. When we come back, more worldwide immigration debates.
And a big rock sold for bigger money in Asia.
Iceland's prime minister is caught with offshore bank accounts.
And a new report reveals much of the water supply in Bangladesh is contaminated. Here's your world news.
Iceland's prime minister is facing calls for his resignation after leaked documents revealed financial arrangements in offshore companies. Documents hacked from a Panama law firm connected Prime Minister Sigmundur Lagsson to secret shell companies and accounts. Opposition lawmakers plan to push for a vote of no confidence in the prime minister and conduct new elections. Critics say the prime minister has shattered public confidence in him and damaged the country's international reputation. A new report released by the Human Rights Watch says millions of people in Bangladesh are slowly being poisoned by arsenic-contaminated water. The odorless, tasteless, and toxic element occurs naturally in the soil and rock of Bangladesh. Human Rights Watch says deeper wells bypass the toxin, but tens of millions living in rural areas and impoverished areas need the government to provide these expensive wells. The rights group is drawing attention to the issue in the hopes of facilitating a government initiative to end arsenic exposure and provide clean water to millions. Debate over immigration in Australia has heated up once again. Over the weekend, the government announced there were no asylum-seeking children remaining in detention centers on the mainland. There are still dozens of children in Australia's immigration detention offshore. The children held on the Pacific island of Nauru have begun their own forms of protest through social media. And finally this week, a rare blue diamond sold at auction in Hong Kong for $32 million. The 10.10 carat diamond is now the most expensive gemstone ever auctioned off in Asia. The blue diamond did not surpass the world record set in November. A 12 carat diamond sold for $48 million in Switzerland. That's it for this week's World News. I'm Marshall Keeley.
From Jackie Robinson to Noah Guthrie.
Here's this week's Slate Preview.
Take back the night in print and on the web. Ship Life highlights Relay for Life. Sports honors Jackie Robinson. Opinion discusses beauty standards among men and women, and entertainment reviews the Noah Guthrie Show at the Thought Lot. Check out the Slate on newsstands on Tuesday and keep up all week on theslateonline.com. I'm Thomas Whitmer.
When we come back, a group of acrobats are stopping by the Lures in their 30th year touring the continent.
And poetry is not a lost art, where you can find the works of a few talented students after the break.
Just when we thought spring had officially sprung, snow is in the forecast.
I literally just put away my mittens, like literally just put
Well,
away.
I think you'll have to get them back out.
Oh my gosh. Here's Drew for this week's weather.
The first week of April has brought the April showers, and now we are looking to snow and a blip to bringing Mayflowers. Tonight, rain showers with the low of 33 degrees, and tomorrow, mostly cloudy with the high of 52. In the 5-day, this weekend, cooler weather with temperatures making it only into the 30s on Saturday, with rain and snow showers. Sunny skies on Sunday with a high of 48. To start off your week, rain and gloomy skies on Monday with temperatures in the 60s. Rain showers continue Tuesday with a high of 52 and back to seasonal drier weather on Wednesday with partly cloudy skies and a high of 55. Stay dry and warm and have a great weekend.
It's time for all your entertainment news, so let's get started. The Multi-Ethnic Student Association is hosting its annual Fusion Fest Friday. The event represents the diverse ethnic groups of our campus and brings them together through different cultural associations representing their heritage through activities.
The Saudi Cultural Club will be having henna. I believe the Asian American organization will be doing nails. We have a reggae band performing. We have 2 rappers and hopefully some surprises.
Anyone who wants to eat, dance, and partake in the multicultural activities, the Fusion Fest begins at 6 in the Tuscarora Room. SHIP's English department is presenting a gallery with works created by students in the advanced poetry class. The gallery features numerous forms of art mixed with poetry. The pieces are about embracing the process of blending arts and expressing yourself. The hands-on poems and art are on display in the lower level of the Lehman Library until Friday. Students who love the spotlight have been showing off their talents at Open Mic Night. Paige Ahrensmeyer has more.
Singers, musicians, poets, and more are finding open mic nights a great way to express themselves.
I think I would definitely want to come back because I do go to open mics around campus as well as on campus.
Without a performing arts major, SU students take advantage of open mic nights to gain some extra experience.
But, I mean, I play everything in a rock band. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do.
Open mic is a great way for students to show off their talent. With SU TV Entertainment, I'm Paige Ahrensmeyer.
Interested students should be on the lookout for info around campus for the next mic night. A group of Chinese acrobats is tumbling its way into SHIP tonight. The group juggles, executes precision physical feats, and performs gymnastics.
One act that really draws the crowd is they put stacked chairs right in the front of the stage, way up close to the ceiling, and they have somebody up there on the top of those.
The show starts at 7:30. After the show, several advertisers from the Lear Center will share their products. In a galaxy not so far away, a new story is unfolding in the Star Wars universe.
State your name for the record.
Jyn Erso.
A trailer for the film dropped today and fans are buzzing. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is the newest addition to the Star Wars franchise, premiering in December. The film stars Felicity Jones and Forrest Whitaker as rogue fighters with an important mission: to steal the plans for the Death Star. The new film will have many throwbacks to the old installments, so all generations of Star Wars fans will be pleased. I know this Star Wars fan is definitely excited after the success of Force Awakens. Well, that's it for me, and I hope you all have been entertained.
When we come back in sports, the men's track and field team took home first in the Colonial Relays.
And Marcus Shippey was awarded PSAC Pitcher of the Week.
Shippensburg pitcher Marcus Shippey won PSAC Eastern Division Pitcher of the Week. Ian Fitzgerald has more.
Just basically getting my team to win is the ultimate goal.
The Shippensburg baseball team practiced Wednesday, and they did so with the newly named PSAC Eastern Division Pitcher of the Week. Shippey, a senior, is honored by the achievement.
To me, I mean, it's a great accomplishment. You go against all these teams that have great pitching staffs. Just to, be Pitcher of the Week shows that, like the hard work pays off.
Shippey got the award after going 7 shutout innings, allowing only 2 hits, 1 unearned run, and striking out 10.
I was just locating in and out, just hitting my spots, just making sure I kept the ball down, just didn't let them get a barrel on the ball. I just focused during the week about keeping the ball down and hitting my spots, working in and out, and just keeping the batters off balance to, ultimately get them out as quickly as I can.
The start didn't come without some problems. Shippey has felt some pain in his lower back since his last game, limiting his practice time.
It's a minor setback. I've dealt with it, previous years. It's definitely a concern because, as a pitcher, you're always using your back. But I'll do the recovery, the healing process, and we'll hope to get on the mound Friday.
Shippey hopes to stay healthy for the remainder of the season. For SUTV Sports, I'm Ian Fitzgerald.
Raider baseball continues with a doubleheader against East Stroudsburg at home this Friday. Women's lacrosse took on East Stroudsburg Wednesday afternoon. Coran Kent has the recap.
SU women's lacrosse took a cold and windy loss to the East Stroudsburg Warriors. ESU dominated in the first period, scoring 13 of 19 total goals in the match. SU put up a fight, playing tough in both periods and never giving up. The Warriors showed potent defense, only allowing 7 SU goals. 3 players from ESU scored 3 goals apiece, while Allison Fugay and Ali Harsapol each scored 2 goals apiece. SU's losing streak now extends to 6 games, and the team remains without the conference win. I'm Coran Ken with SU TV Sports.
Shippensburg takes on Seton Hill this Saturday. Shippensburg Track and Field won the Colonial Relays last Saturday. Ray Shungle has more.
The cold weather hasn't hindered the track team after a strong showing at the 51st Colonial Trials over the weekend at the College of William and Mary.
There's about 30 plus Division I schools there, so we had a really good showing. Our kids really stepped up, and we had some very, very good performances, which led to a victory.
Only 19 of the team's 47 members went to the relays. Kieran Sutton and his teammates won out over more than 30 schools in Division I.
So everyone's super supportive of each other, and it's really cool to see everyone's efforts come together in a final team score, and I thought we did really well as a team.
Most of the teams at the Colonials didn't have full rosters, so competitors had a lot to prove.
Every event seemed to be, we had different members of other teams up there competing with us, and it really helped to push all of us towards our goals, and it was very good competition-wise.
And the competition isn't slowing down for Coach Osanich and the Raiders as they continue to practice for the upcoming outdoor meets. Ray Shungle, SUTV Sports.
Track and field heads to Westchester this Sunday. Softball took on Shepherd in a doubleheader Wednesday afternoon. Bernadette Koff has the highlights.
The first 3 innings saw a pitcher's battle. Ship got on the board first with 2 runs in the 4th, but Shepherd came back in the top of the 5th. The game was forced into extra innings on an error by Ship's Taylor Patillo. Aaron Carrigain ended the game in a big way with a walk-off homer. Ship won 5-4. For SUTV Sports, I'm Bernadette Koff.
Shepherd capitalized on Ship's errors in the second game, winning 7-2. The team will host Westchester on Friday. Red Raider football is counting on Ryan Zapaticki to build on his sophomore success. Matt Kleindens has more.
The Red Raiders are getting ready for the 2016 football season with big expectations for quarterback Ryan Zapaticki to build on his phenomenal sophomore season.
Well, Zap did a great job. He improved as the year went on. It was his first year of starting. And he stayed relatively healthy last year, which was good. He has progressed well. He has a good command of our offense, and he makes plays.
Last year's stats agree with Coach Mack. As a first-time starter, Zapaticki threw for 27 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. He had a completion percentage rate of 59.7% and had 2,345 passing yards. But Zapaticki knows one man can't post such success alone.
I mean, I thought I had a decent sophomore season, but a lot of it goes to my teammates, receivers, offensive line, running backs, picking up blocking assignments, blitzes, everything.
Still, there's room for improvements.
I think completion percentage is a big thing. Just knowing when to check the ball down, when to take your shots. That's a big part of the game that goes unlooked.
Coach Mack is having Zapaticki focus on his footwork, having a quicker release, and making good reads, all with the purpose of improving his consistency. For SUTV Sports, I'm Matt Kleindens.
That's it for sports. Now let's head back over to the desk.
That's it for SUTV News. I'm Avery Quinn.
And I'm Holly Harrer. As always, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News, and check out our website, sutvnews.com.
We'll see you next time.